All right. Good evening and good night, and welcome to the It's Your Perspective Talk Show. It is Wednesday, August 17, 2016. My name is David, a.k.a. Kimber, a.k.a. Christian, alongside
Bingy Soup.
Yeah, Soup. We back?
Yes, I
just want to say real quick that this is the It's Your Perspective Talk Show every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. until. We do have a telephone number, 340-2019-005. You can also text us on the number as well. But most importantly, you have to go to our website, streaming live from the VI.com. Go to that website, click on the tab on the top that says Watch Us Live, and you will be able to see the show tonight. We do have a special guest in the studio. And if you're too shy to call or text, you can send us an email at streaminglivefromthevi@yahoo.com as well. For our guest tonight, we are in the high-tech, low-tech studio, coming to you from an undisclosed location here in St. Croix, Virgin Islands. No radio or TV, internet only. Get your iPhone, your Android, your tablet, your iPad, your Mac, Windows, or Linux PC. Open up your browser, type in streaming live from the VI.com, click on Watch Us Live, and you will be able to see the show tonight. All the recorded live shows are on YouTube and Ustream.tv. Search for our channel, It's Your Perspective Talk Show. 2 Facebook pages. Want to give a quick shout out to CHS Class of 1982, but most importantly to all our past guests. Thanks for being on our show. We're on Twitter as well. Tweet with us at VI Perspective. We're moving straight forward and up. The show's mission is just to inform, entertain, and empower everyone. Want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors as well, Maggie's Party Decor and Supersonic Computer Services and Add a Touch Boutique in Sunny Isles Shopping Center here in St. Croix, Virgin Islands. Quick shout out to Joanna doing her big thing down there. Check our website for all the contact information. And real quick, this show is now being broadcast on our radio station. Download the app, streaming live from the VI.com, from Android to the Google Play or iOS store, or even check us on the TuneIn app. And real quick, Soup, you ready?
Yes, I.
Bless that mic, man.
All praises be to the living eye, Rastafari. I hope everyone had a great day and even a greater night. And also, this is Marcus Garvey Earth Day, so a special request, dedication to Marcus Garvey, Marcus Messiah Garvey, that set the blueprint for us to be in entrepreneurships out here. I'm reading from His Majesty's speeches, and we're talking about agriculture. Agriculture is the topic for tonight. Since Ethiopia's economy is predominantly agricultural, agriculture must play a large role in the plans which we have drawn up at our command for our empire's development. In implementation of the project, which we announced to our beloved people 14 months ago for the stimulation of the increased agricultural production, our representatives have visited each provinces of our empire, and over $2 million have been available to our farmers for the use in expanding and improving their farming activities. Other measures have been put into effect designed to encourage and facilitate greater crop yields. The Ethiopian Grain Corporation has been established at our order to guarantee to our farmers some degree of security in marketing their production and to protect them from the unpredictable price fluctuations. Steps have been taken to rid Ethiopia's farmlands of the plagues, which have periodically devastated our people's crops, and with the assistance of the United Nations, an expanded locust control program is being undertaken. Rastafari lives.
Yes, sir. Soup, thanks for that. Soup's been blessing us since April of 2014. And as we move on here, we do have a special guest in the studio. Her name is Joy Elliott. She is the program manager at the Virgin Islands Department of Agriculture. There she is. Wave to the crowd. They are seeing you live and direct right now, worldwide and even in outer space. So how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for coming out tonight.
Thank you for having me. This is awesome.
Yes, thank you. Joy Elliott is the program manager at the Department of Agriculture. And she's here to talk about the WIC Farmers Market Nutrition Program.
Yes. And
tell us all about that. You were just telling us before we started that you just started working there just a few days ago.
Yes.
And
but I've done a lot. It seems like in just 8 days that I've been working with the marketing department at the Department of Agriculture. I work with Mr. Billy Abraham. He is the director of marketing, and I'm so excited and privileged to then having a role in the program management of this wonderful grant that we just received in the Virgin Islands.
Okay.
And just to give you a background, the Farmers Market Nutrition Program is actually a national program, And there are different aspects to it. There's a WIC aspect and there's a senior aspect. So the one that I am working with currently is the WIC Farmers Market Nutrition Program. And basically what we're doing is the grant monies that are received, we are providing direct fundings to WIC recipients to go and purchase directly from local farmers fresh produce. And what that is doing is cutting out the middleman and just basically letting people be able to buy directly from farmers through this program. So the WIC recipients are receiving additional coupons from us, and then they go directly to local farmers markets to buy local fresh produce.
Okay. And you were saying too that today was the first day of the farmers market here at the Lorraine market area?
Well, yes. So, we have many farmers markets here, open air markets here on St. Croix and territory-wide in the Virgin Islands. And one of them that is pretty brisk business on Saturdays, we decided that we wanted to open an additional day during the week to give people more opportunity to come out. So today was the inaugural day for us opening the Lorraine market on Wednesdays. So it was actually pretty cool. A lot of people came out. Vendors include buyers, a lot of community members who didn't really know what was going on and they just wanted to see what was going on. We had, a lot of support today and it was very fun.
Okay. So as you said, there are other open markets on St. Croix or in the Virgin Islands. So where are some of the other ones?
There's Christiansted Open Air Market. There's one in Frederickstead. I believe they call it the Lagoon. We also have several roadside stands along Centerline Road and different places in South Shore, on the west side and the east side of the island. We have a lot of farmers markets that are being underutilized, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And part of this effort is also going to be looking at how we can get the markets to be some more of a cultural expression like it maybe was at one point in time.
Okay.
Yeah. And, we feel like it's a cultural expression for attending the marketplace, and to me, it's not really being utilized.
Okay.
Joy, I'm going to... I know you're just new on the job and everything like that, but St. Croix is a place that we have one of the most fertile lands here in the Caribbean.
Yes.
And we're really playing around with it because we're not really utilizing it to the full potential, I think. For me, because back in the days, in horse and carriage days, buggy days, we were feeding ourselves and half of the Caribbean.
That's
now
true.
Today we got all this modern technology and we're not even feeding ourselves. So is the agriculture department here in the territory looking to do something on that magnitude, or they're just gonna make the local farmers just continue farming like how it is right now?
Well, in my 1 week of being on the job, I've had the privilege of seeing some of the long-range planning that's going on in some of the current programs. And I can say assuredly that we are working on it, and it's going to take some time, and it's going to take, the inclusion of everyone, every aspect of the community. So not just agriculture doing something, it would take the community, the farmers, the vendors, the people who will be purchasing items. One of the things that we're doing besides this particular program with Farmers Market Nutrition Program, we are going to be looking to get grant funds for the senior portion of the program, where the same thing, we'll be providing coupons to seniors as well. So we're working on that grant opportunity right now, but we also have Farm to School that we're working on. And there's other initiatives that other community groups and private groups are working in collaboration with Department of Agriculture. So I feel very confident that things are going to be improving. Yes.
Okay. So you said this is a grant. So how long would this last? I mean, as a grant, is going to at some point probably going to run out?
Yes, grants tend to be terminal. So, well, this particular grant, we are seeing it through the end of the summer and to the end of the year.
Okay.
So we'll, WIC recipients will be able to take advantage of this and buy local produce from farmers up until the end of November, December.
Okay.
So it'll be for the rest of the year.
Okay. So explain WIC.
So WIC is a program of the Department of Health, and it stands for Women, Infants, and Children. And what it is it's a nutritional program as well. So WIC recipients, they receive a coupon that they can take to grocery stores for women who are with child or they have small children or infants to purchase certain items that have a nutritional value that's good for women who are going through this and that for children.
Okay. So why is this called the WIC? Is it more for women, infant, and children, or
yes,
is it for open to just to the public in general?
Well, so there's a couple of things that are going on. So the actual grant funds are for WIC recipients for this particular aspect of the program. But what we're doing is we're spearheading it into a larger initiative to revitalize the farmers markets on the island. And that way, we're using grant funds for one particular program, but we're able to benefit a lot more greater aspect than just, that particular program.
Okay. And then the nutrition part of it is just that, as it's a farmer's market.
You're eating healthy.
You're eating healthy.
You're eating organic. You're eating healthy. And the other aspect of it that I like is that it's not just giving healthier food to the community, but it's also sparking economic development.
Okay.
Because not only are you increasing your income as a WIC recipient, but the farmers are able, or agriculturalists and vendors are able to increase their incomes as well.
Okay. Good. So from the farmer's perspective, I mean, I think that since I've come back to St. Croix in 2000, I see that a lot of the farmers are now getting their produce in the stores.
That's true.
Okay. Some? Okay.
Some of them.
Okay. So you say some, is that by design or just why?
I don't know, but
okay.
I mean, I guess some are able to do it and some are not able to do it. We have farmers that are operating on a commercial level, we have farmers that are operating on a small business level, and we have those that are operating on a micro enterprise level.
Okay.
So a lot of times the small business level and up have easier access to those kinds of avenues, and the micro enterprise level is a little bit more difficult to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so your role, you're the marketing. You're marketing this, or you're sort
yes.
of okay. So you're one that's sort of going out and just letting the community know about.
Yes, like this program.
Okay. Going around and letting everybody know about
yes.
what's happening with the WIC Farmers Market Nutrition Program.
Yes.
Okay.
And can I just say this is my first time doing this ever, so I hope it's okay. But
well, you're doing fine.
I'm having a good time.
You're doing fine. You're doing
yes.
fine. So, any other programs that are going on right now that might be of interest to our viewers, our listeners?
Well, not that's on the books right now, but
okay.
I can tell you that one of the things that I'd like to see and that I'm really pushing for is to have more of input from the community.
Okay.
The community is very important. I have an urban planning background, and one of the first things I learned is that people who have an urban planning personality tend to think that, sometimes, speaking in general, that we have the solutions to everything. But the real answers are in the community. And what I would like to see is a community advisory committee.
Okay.
That would just check in and, just like the community suggestion box. It would be, these are the things we're experiencing. These are the things that we think can help us. This is what worked in the past. This is what not worked in the past. Mm-hmm. And I think that would be, even though there's not any funding associated around that right now, it's something that's very important first step in order to figure out how do we really move forward and have success in the things that we're trying to do.
Okay.
Joy, I know you again are going back to you again because I'm gonna be pushing this button here. I know you're just new on the job again, but the U.S. Department of Agriculture came here in the territory and did a study.
Okay.
And they did a study saying that we are importing $300 million worth of food every year.
Ooh,
okay.
Yes.
They told the Agriculture Department and the government, I don't know who they told, but I know that they showed them the results of their study. And half of that money could be split in two. $150 could go into producing now local crops, local enterprises here for us here. So we could start viable businesses. Do you know if they are starting to plan anything, to do anything towards that aspect or anything that is going on right now at all?
Yeah, Again, I've only been on the job for 8 days, but I did hear some things being discussed about block grant funds. And if you're familiar with block grant, it's a block of funding that comes in for several different initiatives. And one of the initiatives that I had a little bit of earful of is the specialty crop block grant. And specialty crops, the definition for us for Department of Agriculture is basically anything that is grown here is considered a specialty crop. So there's lots of support that's coming down. Sometimes it takes time to apply for these fundings. Again, that's why I feel like the community advisory capacity of it is very, very important, because we can go out and raise all the monies, and if it's not really being applied in the correct way, then it's not going to have the successes that we are hoping.
But do you see the department really making an initiative, making an effort to really do this, to really make this happen?
Yes, absolutely.
Because I mean, there's just too much administration, too much past administration come in and out, and we are sitting here waiting on these ships to come in to feed us, and then
True.
If these ships stop coming here, it's like the backyard farmers gonna feed themselves, but the rest of us gonna starve. You know what I'm saying? So
well, then that's a good indication that everyone should be farming, don't you think?
I mean, once you get a piece of black, once you get a piece of soil there, throw a seed down. I don't care what it is. Put something in it to make it grow.
Yes, absolutely. Save your seed, do the compost. I mean, we have such beautiful land and here, even if it's and we have an urban forestry department as well in the Department of Agriculture. So those who may not live in the lush areas or I don't think anywhere on St. Croix is not lush, but
right.
Some people that have more land than others, there's the dependency on the imports, but then if we are only depending on farmers to produce the food for us, that's another kind of dependency. Okay. So there has to be something where, as a cultural expression, like the marketplace is a cultural expression, but farming and agriculture is also a cultural expression, because it shows that we are not depending on others for our livelihoods. Now there's some people who for whatever reason cannot take care of themselves, and that's our responsibility to take care of those as well.
Yes, I understand.
But if we are able-bodied and we have access to land, which we do here, then there's no excuse. Everyone should be farming, in my opinion.
Okay. So at the opening today at the Lorraine Market there, you said the turnout was good. Any negatives that you would do when you drove away at the end of the day?
No, nothing is negative. I mean, there's always opportunities for improvement, and you just say, hey, look how fabulous this was, and how can we make it more fabulous next time?
Okay.
And so what I would like to see is more vendors come out, and I don't know if I can do this, but I'm calling for people who are interested in farming. You thought you were interested in farming or horticulture or permaculture or fruit, production, or even a concept they call value added. Value added is you take the mangoes and you make mango jam or chutney, or you take the tamarind and you make tamarind stew. Those kinds of opportunities. Anyone that's interested in that, I encourage you, if you don't understand the pathway, how to get started with that, just get started, or come by the Department of Agriculture, or give me a call or send an email. And there's lots of people who are interested in that, but they just don't know how to get started in it. And I would just say, give me a call and I can give you some ideas. I'm a new recent farmer myself. I just got my approval for a farmer's license. I never did farming. I did gardening, but I am a farmer. So, just do it.
Okay.
So how many pieces, excuse me, how big of a piece of land you got to be to become a farmer?
You can farm in your kitchen.
Oh, okay.
You can farm out of pots. You can farm in a container garden. So it's not about how much land you have. You don't even have to own it. I mean, there's lots of stories about people who have run successful businesses with farming who own no property whatsoever.
Right.
They just get an agreement with someone that does have land, and they're not using it for whatever particular reason, and they're able to make a livelihood from that. And so there's so many models, successful models that are out there that, it's just a matter of the knowledge of that and knowing what's your next step.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Agriculture has been a big part of our society, but in the schools now today, it's like it's dwindling. It's like non-existent right now. So is this program is agriculture being pushed within education from a young age till high school and beyond?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it is. Maybe on a very small scale, and that's part of what we need to work on as well.
Right.
I happen to know of a couple people, and when I say couple, I mean two, that have incorporated it into their curriculum for lower school and for high school.
Right.
But that's just two. And there's people who are doing individual efforts, and those are all good. It's just to me, it's just a matter of getting more people knowledgeable and interested and aware of what needs to be done. But maybe we need to have just a purely agricultural school like we did back in the day, in the early 1900s and
Right.
late 1800s. Maybe we have to go back to that. But short of that, we do have people who are incorporating it into, what they're doing on a daily basis with their curriculums. And I think that's fabulous.
All right, our guest today is Joy Elliott. She's the program manager for the Department of Agriculture. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Stand by. All right. We are back. This is the It's Your Perspective Talk Show every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today is Wednesday, August 17th. It's about 8:31 p.m. My name is David, a.k.a. Kimba, a.k.a. Christian, alongside
Bingy Soup.
And in the studio today, we have Joy Elliott. She's the program manager for the Department of Agriculture here in the United States Virgin Islands. We're talking about the WIC Farmers Market Nutrition Program. So as you were saying, Joy,
Yes.
you were saying something there when we were on break that you I guess you were supposed to mention.
Yeah, I forgot.
The young people.
What I noticed is that we have an amazing group of people who are actively involved in the agriculture industry here in the territory. And I noticed a stark, there's a group that's missing that I would really like to see, and that is the young people. And when I say young people, I mean anyone that's younger than I am. So, okay. And there's so many opportunities for young people and youth, teenagers even, to get involved in agriculture, where there are grants available to them as individuals to get into farming. So that's one of the things that I noticed, that there were not very many young people.
So what do you think that's happening?
I'm not sure. I love gardening and I love to see things grow, so I can't imagine why other human beings would not want to have the same experience, just to watch things grow and, you know, see that wonderful experience and have the opportunity to see that. But maybe young people don't know about the opportunities that are there. Maybe they need some programs to introduce them. I'm willing to look at all those things. I'm just returning home after being away for a long time, and I love being home and wanted to just be really involved with that aspect of the community, including the young people. So I will definitely be involved in that. But I'm having a hard time finding the young people who are interested in farming.
Okay. So one of the things with grants that I'm always a little concerned about is that it always sort of comes to an end. And, you know, at the end of the summer, end of the year, I mean, what then? You know, I mean, we all get used to this. And then you know it comes to an end, and you know, so why can't these things be like, you know, forever? You know, I mean, or 5 years,
right? Well, you know, there's some grants that are 5 years, but the thing about grants now is that people, the grantors are really looking. The grant making industry has changed significantly over the years, and what they're really trying to do now, and anyone who's in a grant making position, is making sure that the monies that they're giving is establishing infrastructure in a way, either it's actual infrastructure or business infrastructure or social infrastructure, where it can continue on without those funds at the end of the grant period.
Okay.
So that's the whole point, you know, of it. Not to just give you money so you can just spend it. It's more about creating systems that can continue on after the grant cycle is over. Yes, long after. Yes. So that should be the point. If it's not, then it should be.
Okay.
Joy, is the agriculture department making the WIC program for the farmers a mandatory part of their program now? Is it a mandatory, or this is just something that the participants could choose if they want to do it?
So can you rephrase your? I'm not sure I understand.
The WIC, the program for the WIC, the mothers.
Yes.
The mothers that receiving WIC, is it a mandatory by the food stamp department or the human services department that they get the fresh fruits, or just is something that they could do if they want to do it?
Okay, so if they receive the coupon, they must use it to buy fresh local produce from authorized farmers. So I've been so fortunate to actually go through the authorization process for the farmers, and they must go to those farmers to purchase the produce. And you will know the authorized farmers because they have a beautiful sign at their roadside stand or at the markets which they attend. And so we have authorized farmers on the east and west side, North Shore and South Shore, along Centerline Road, at Lorraine, at Christiansted, and in Frederickstead. You know,
but it's not mandatory. So is that they could choose to receive the fresh fruits if they want. It's not something that
they could choose to receive the coupons. You
mean?
Right.
It's not something the department is making it mandatory. Is it?
No, it's not mandatory to receive the coupons, but why wouldn't you want anywhere between $30 and $150 to buy fresh local produce?
Right, well, that's what I'm asking. If it's something that the department is saying, well, you have to do this, or something that they choose to if they want to do it.
They choose to, but no one's going to refuse.
Okay, all right. Because for me, I feel like this. If I'm giving you the money to buy your food, I want you to buy the best food that you could buy, and the nutritionist food, the most nutritionist food that you could get for the money that I'm giving you.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? You understand my train of thought?
So maybe I'm not understanding. Maybe I didn't answer the correct question. So it is mandatory that if they do accept the coupon, that they must purchase it from an authorized farmer. They must purchase, and there's a list of fruits and vegetables and herbs, you know, and if it's not on that list, like they can't buy eggs with it, they can't buy honey with it, you know, you're not supposed to give honey to babies anyway. But there's all the tropical fruits and everything on that list, and fruits and vegetables. So it is mandatory that they buy from this list, but it's a list of about 100 items that they can purchase from the local farmers.
Okay.
And so is it like, I know on Saturdays they have like all the vendors, so is the same number of vendors?
There was a little bit less
Okay.
than there are on Saturdays, but we're going to fix that.
Okay.
So you're helping by, having me on the show. So we really appreciate it. The department really appreciates it. So we're hoping to get a flood of phone calls into here or to my office from farmers and vendors who are interested in selling, and then also people who are interested in utilizing the coupons as well.
Okay.
But just keep in mind, I don't want the community to think that we just want, WIC recipients to come out and that's it. We want everybody to come out and support the program.
Okay.
Joy, for me, the earth is the eye and the fullness thereof, and the world and who that dwell therein. So for me, the earth is very, very, very valuable. Okay.
Yes.
So I was born here in St. Croix, but my parents are from Antigua,
Okay.
and I traveled to others. I traveled to several different other islands besides St. Croix, especially Jamaica, Trinidad, Antigua.
Okay.
These are places that has a market every day.
Yes.
Every day.
Yes.
Big markets.
You understand me? So
I've heard this. Okay. What's
so I wants to
question?
know.
Why?
The fireman wants to know why we are not out there every day selling fresh produce.
Okay. Well, let's. Everybody loves to ask why. The first question I ever asked, and I can remember what it was a why question when I was 5 years old. Why does not really get you anywhere. If somebody answers it, that's their perspective. So the real question we need to ask is what do we need to do in order to change that?
That sounds great to me.
This is part of it, part of it, having the conversation, and the grant funds are helping us having this conversation right now. So I think it's a great start, and it just takes a dedicated leadership, community leadership, non-traditional leadership, and everyone just to come out and be positive about, everything, and not look at it as a positive and negative, look at it as a fabulous and more fabulous.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So the what is we have to get out there, we have to make sure people are aware that this is important, and just do it.
Okay.
Okay. And so you said that hopefully that this program will venture out to some of the other markets. Is that going to be within this next 2 to 3, 4 month period, or is that like the next grant coming down the road?
It's all meshed in together, and I'm going to be, even after the grant is over, I'm going to be really involved with it. The best way to get experience in something is to do it yourself. That's why I said, I really loved gardening, and so take a step forward and actually become a licensed farmer and see how those things go. And it'll put me in a position where I can see things happening in real time, on a personal level. Then I can share those experiences much more effectively and help others who are going through the same thing. So, I just think it's a matter of sticking to it and knowing that this is important and not giving up.
Okay. Agriculture was one of big markets here, and we don't trade amongst ourselves within the islands. I don't know if that. I don't know of how much we do.
Maybe not super duper million, mega billions, but we do it.
Okay, but my question is when are we gonna be able to step that game up so we could have that
The connection,
that rapport amongst our different our brothers in the next islands down the road, because again, we're bringing in all these foods from all over the place.
Yes.
And like nothing else everything else is not going out. Everything.
So you want to know when we're going to increase our exports?
Yeah, our exports amongst our Caribbean brothers here amongst the chain.
When we have something to export.
Oh, okay. So agriculture.
That's when it's gonna. But see, going back to agriculture. So agriculture is the government, and it's really set there as a support. It's not supposed to do everything. We, the community members, we're supposed to be doing it because it's for us. It is for the community. So when we decide that we want to move forward in this, that's when it's going to happen.
Right.
And we could say right now when that's going to happen. We can set a date and just do it.
Okay.
That's my.
Joy, I love you.
That's my way of doing it.
Yes.
Okay, we want this. Okay, it's going to be that date, and we're going to do it. Let's just do it.
Do it. Yes. Okay.
And do we need help? We need resources. Okay, agriculture. We need resources. The resources we need, and it's not for them to do it. It's for us to do it. To ask them to help us, but not for them to do it.
But you seeing it happening. You see this could be a
I
very
absolutely
viable
see it happen. I've only been
means.
home a short time,
Okay,
and
all right.
you know, yeah, I'm a farmer, you know, and I want everybody to be a farmer because it's not only is it fun, but it's food.
Right.
And you know, something that happens on a daily basis is we get hungry, and that is the whole purpose behind it. And we don't need to have processed foods. We have things growing on our island. We have, you know, there's a term that I'm learning called fruits knocking dog. Okay, there's stuff everywhere, and we just need to have a way of going and getting it, communicating. I can't tell you the amount of sweethearts that I have experienced just in my few weeks dealing with the farmers and the vendors at the market. These people are good people, and I know that is cultural in the territory, and it's not just farmers, but the people who are handling our food. You want people who are dealing in love handling your food, you know, because that's what prayer is really. You know, you're putting good blessings on the food.
Yes.
Okay. So people who are growing your food, you want them to be in love all the time, you know, in divine love. So basically, we know that is amongst all of us. We have that capability in all of us, and we need to be doing that more often.
Okay. All right. Our guest tonight is Joy Elliott. She's a program manager at the Virgin Islands Department of Agriculture. We're talking about the WIC Farmers Market Nutrition Program. We're going to take another quick break, and we'll be right back. Stand by. All right. We are back. This is the HR Perspective Talk Show every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today is Wednesday, August 17th. It's about 8:46 p.m. Our guest tonight is Joy Elliott. She is the program manager at the Virgin Islands Department of Agriculture. She's dealing with the WIC Farmers Market Nutrition Program. Just giving us some insight here, and you said that today was the first of the launch of the now every Wednesday
Yes.
market in Lorraine being open. I guess that's from early. Is that early morning, like on Saturdays?
Yeah, some vendors are at the market on Saturdays at 3 a.m.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is what's happening today too.
Well, I was not there at 3 a.m. this morning. We opened the market at 6 a.m.
Okay.
and we had vendors and we had customers
Okay.
at 6. So it was great.
So was this like attended by the government and the dignitaries and that kind of thing?
Yes, Commissioner Robles came. He's Commissioner of Agriculture.
Okay.
He came, and we had a wonderful spot that was produced by Channel 8, and they came out, and Commissioner Robles was interviewed along with Billy Abraham, who's the Director of Marketing.
Okay.
For the Department of Agriculture. I said a few words, and what I really appreciated is that not just Channel 8, but also Commissioner Robles went around and talked to every single vendor. Every single vendor was interviewed, and some community members and buyers were interviewed as well. So
Okay,
it was very, very nice.
Okay, good. So you have any insight on what it takes to become a vendor? I mean,
Sure.
you said that you can call, but I mean,
Yeah,
I wanted to be a vendor to sell my wares.
Do you want to be a farmer?
Yeah, I want to be a farmer. We started a farmer. And
So farmer slash vendor.
yes.
Okay, farmer. You want to be a farmer?
Yes.
Okay. So if you want to be a farmer, you can call the Department of Agriculture, ask for a farmer's license application.
Okay.
You fill it out, you get it notarized, you pay $1 for your application, and you get put in the system, and that's it.
And so that means that you can start planting here, there, and everywhere?
You can start planting right now. You don't need to wait for the approval piece of paper
Okay.
that says, I'm a farmer now. You can tell yourself, I'm a farmer. I'm just going to go get the official piece of paper
Right.
Okay.
to support it. And you can start planting. And guess what? You don't even have to buy seeds. If you have fruit and you ate the fruit and the seeds are left, just plant the seeds.
Okay.
That's a beautiful
And
thing.
that's how you become a farmer.
That's a beautiful thing too of living here in an island. 'Cause
Yes.
we could grow back our own seeds. Not like
Absolutely.
at certain places where they are, they can. That's a whole different story anyhow.
It's a different,
Anyhow,
it's a different story.
A quick question for you too, Joy. I don't know
Sure.
if I don't know if you could answer it, but the marketing department, what aspect of agriculture are they marketing? Are they targeting to put out to the public?
Oh, you want to know what the marketing department's function is?
Yes,
Okay.
basically.
So I may have more of a rudimentary understanding of it, but the basics of it is that the marketing department is there to interface between the farming community producing goods and the business community. Okay, or even you can put government in that, and identify opportunities where, let's say, a chain of restaurants or a restaurant, or even the Department of Education or other places on a procurement level need certain goods.
Right.
And whatever kinds of support systems that the farmers need in order to get those goods over to the larger buyers, those kinds of functions is what the marketing department is for.
Okay.
So right now, are we serving local fruits and vegetables in our school and our
Yes,
school
we
lunch
are.
programs?
Yes, we are. Maybe not to the super duper level that everyone thinks we should, but
you are
we're
doing
getting
it.
there.
Okay.
Yes, but we are.
Is
To,
it-
to all the schools?
So to the Department of Education, there's a standard
There's a standard.
procurement process
Yes.
Okay.
that everyone applies for,
Right.
and that is going strong right
Okay.
now.
Okay. What about the Head Start department? Is that a part of it too?
I'm not sure.
Education and Head Start is two different entities.
I'm not sure.
Okay. All right.
Okay. And now to become a vendor. So I'm a farmer now. I grew 25 acres of corn
Yes,
and some other stuff, and now I want to become a vendor to sell.
yes.
What is the process?
Guess what? You're a farmer, you're a vendor.
Oh, really?
You're going to get a vendor number with your farmer's license.
Okay.
So you're a vendor.
Yeah, automatically, once you get that paper from
Yes.
agriculture department, you already you could vend
Yes,
from
it's
whatever you
actually a
put
business license that's issued by the licensing and consumer affairs.
Right.
Okay.
And you actually have a business license to conduct commercial farming.
Okay.
That's what the
Okay.
farmer's license is.
And you just show up on a Wednesday and Saturday, get your little spot.
Yeah, you can show up every day if you want. You said Antigua and what's the other place?
Trinidad,
St. Martin.
Jamaica.
They all have every
Every
day.
day.
You can show up every day. The
Got
thing
you.
is that people don't
You
feel
know-
like they want to be somewhere by themselves, and that's where I always go back to community. You know, if we decided that we wanted to have a market every day, we were going to have a market every day.
That's right.
And you are not precluded from those markets were built there for the public.
The
There's
people,
a
right.
minimum fee that they charge for the use of the tables, but
Uh-huh.
you have the use of the tables every day.
Okay.
You know, but everybody knows everyone's gonna come on Saturday and everybody's gonna come on Wednesday. That's the days that the market is open. No, it's open every
Every
day,
day.
but
Gotcha.
you know, it's not
Right.
being utilized in that
Okay.
fashion
Okay.
currently. But
Okay.
we're gonna change that.
So are you seeing right now in the territory right now, as you've been here so far, 8 days in agriculture? What's your assessment with agriculture? Are you seeing it going forward? Do you see it being a long term benefit for us here, or just gonna fall off or somewhere along the cliff?
Is it gonna fall off
Yeah, I don't know.
on the cliff?
Yeah.
No, it's moving forward and it's positive. And the fact that I'm here and you're here asking me questions about it means that it is moving forward in a positive way because you care. And that's what I'm finding out in every single person I'm talking to. Everyone cares about it. Maybe there is a lack of infrastructure, or maybe there's a lack of leadership, you know, those little things that help things move forward in a more in a faster fashion, but it is there and it is positive. Everyone is moving forward in a positive way to do their jobs and to make sure that it is successful. Because guess what? If it's not successful, then even the people on the government level who are in those capacities will not have any job to work, will not have any programs to work on if it's not successful. So yes, I see long-term planning as part of it. There's things that you can do in quote-unquote emergency mode and short-term and long-term, and all those things have to happen simultaneously, and it's my belief that they are happening in that fashion.
Do we have a partnership with the University of the Virgin Islands with our agriculture department right now?
We sure do.
Okay, and what aspect?
Don't ask me the details of it. I really don't know all the details, but I know that I can tell you on an anecdotal level.
Right.
I haven't seen the paper or the contract or anything like that, but I know personally some farmers who have the university coming and doing crops on their land as research. They're providing the seedlings and the infrastructure, the water. They're doing different things, and they're coming periodically to take notes on how things are going. And so I've seen that on a personal level, not for my farm, but for a friend of mine's farm. So I know that it's happening. And a lot of the people that I interface with have mentioned the connections with UVI, and I'm just not fully up to speed on all the details on that. So I can find out for you and come back on a different show.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. So our guest tonight, Joy Elliott. She's the program manager over at the Virgin Islands Department of Agriculture. We're talking about the WIC Farmers Market Nutrition Program. Anything else you wanted to add? Any other grants, any other programs that you're aware of that are in place, getting ready to happen?
As far as funding opportunities, I think I would more want to add, is this the final ad? The final push ad? Is that what you're asking me? What's the final? Okay.
Yes.
I just got to go back to community involvement, and I'm here, I'm home. Just because I have a quote-unquote position at the Department of Agriculture doesn't mean that once that position is over that I'm not going to be involved anymore. And I would encourage everyone to remain involved. If it's something that you're passionate about or you care about or just remotely think is important, then let's come together and let's have regular conversations about how we move forward, and not so much ask the why questions all the time, but what is it that we should be doing to move forward. And so I just encourage everyone to, come together and move forward. Okay.
So what do you have going on your farm?
I have sweet peppers, tomatoes, I have turmeric, I have mango, plantain, banana.
Okay, so you have a big
pomegranate.
You have a big farm.
I want to get lavender. I don't have that yet. I have okra. No, it's small right now. It's just like I got a few seeds and I planted it. But now that I have the license, which I just got a few days ago, I will be doing things more larger scale.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you don't mind getting hand dirty?
In addition to working.
You don't mind getting hand dirty, Joy?
No, it's fun, don't you think?
I love it.
What's in your garden?
I got sweet peppers, bananas, plantain, soursop, sugar apple, coconut. What else I got?
I don't have a garden.
Thyme, not thyme, chives.
So I have a request.
Sure.
For you gentlemen or anyone that's listening, if you have things growing in your garden or your farm and it's an excess and you feel like it's getting ready to go to waste and you have not been able to navigate the functions of the marketing department of the Department of Agriculture, and you would like someone to come and help you harvest the stuff that you have so that it can be sold for you, give me a call, because we do have a lot of people who are concerned about food wasting. And one of the things that I'm working on with a group that I'm starting with some friends is we're forming a community land trust, and we're also going to be applying for funding ourselves in order to build a community facility. And one of the things in the community facility will be a commercial kitchen. So the commercial kitchen will be open to everyone, where you can bring those excess, or you can call us and we'll come and get it, and we'll make some food out of it or preserve it in some kind of way. And that could be part of the, what they call agri-tourism,
Yes.
but also economic development for each other. We need to help each other out. And if you have something, call us and we'll come and get it.
Okay. So, Joy, how does one get a hold of you?
That's a good question. Well, I will say they can call 340-201-9005 and leave their information, and then I will call you back.
Sounds like
How
a
about
plan.
that?
Sounds like a plan, Joy. Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Any emails?
And the email.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. No problem.
Is that okay?
Our
Yeah.
email?
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't understand?
Then we can prove that
That
people are really
serious
interested in
about
you.
what
Just
they
say
want to
it.
do. Yes.
Exactly.
Definitely. Okay, that's not a problem.
Okay.
We hear that.
Okay.
I hear the viewers. His number is 340-201-9005. Call us. Leave us your name, your number, your information, where you could be reached at, and if you want to help us, and we get the information to Joy Elliott, and we take it from there.
Yes, right.
That's right. And our email address is streamingLiveFromTheVI@yahoo.com. Just send us an email. I check it 100 times a day, and we'll get the information to Joy. No problem at all. So, Joy, we want to thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in our
This was
studio.
really fun, and I really appreciate the opportunity to
Is
talk
there
about something I'm so passionate
anything
about.
else? Anything else you want to slip in? You want to drop in? You want to say? You didn't say that you came to mind, or are you good?
Peace, love, and Ashok.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Here it there. Joy, thank you for coming through our studio tonight. You're always welcome. As Super always like to say, once you come here, you're a part of the family. Just let us know and we'll get you back on the schedule.
Okay.
Joy Elliott is the program manager at the Virgin Islands Department of Agriculture. She deals with the WIC Farmers Market Nutrition Program. So now it's not only Saturday, but it's Wednesday and Saturday.
Yes.
And it could be every day. It
could be every-
It could be every day, but come out Wednesday.
We'll come on Wednesdays for sure, for starting from now, but it could be every
You want
day.
to sell or buy?
Right.
Okay. Come out to the market.
In
Sell
Lorraine, Villa Lorraine Shopping, across from Villa Lorraine Shopping
Shopping
Center.
Center, yep.
Mid Island.
Mid Island. You can't miss it. There's
Yes.
always a lot of people there.
6 a.m.
6 a.m. until
6 p.m.
until
Yes.
your product sells.
Until
Ah,
everything-
Yeah, until it sells. We sold out today at 2:30. So
Wow.
Oh, everybody.
Okay.
everybody sold out.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
That's,
Yes.
encouraging.
that's a
You know,
good positive start.
One of the things that I wanted to ask you that just sort of came to mind there is, do you guys, how do you deal with the pricing? I mean, does the Department of Agriculture regulate the prices, or can
Nope.
I sell something at whatever I want to sell it at?
You sure can. And guess what? If it's not the right price, you're not going to sell it.
That's
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Not gonna get sell. That's
Okay.
right.
Okay. Sounds fair enough.
Yes? You want $1 million
Yeah, I want
for
$1
your
million.
okra, for your
Yeah.
red okra.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
$1 million cash.
You're not
only.
going to sell it.
Not going to sell it. Okay.
No.
So we'll sell it for 50 cents.
Something.
Something. Okay.
Something else.
Okay. All right, Joy. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you so much.
Much success to this program, and everybody come out to the farmers market on Wednesday and Saturday, and eat healthy and eat nutritious, and you're guaranteed to live a lot longer. I just want to say real quick that this is the It's Your Perspective talk show every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll be back tomorrow night, Thursday. Long-time guest of the show, author Gary James is back. He's got a list of things. Can't remember exactly what it is, but he did post on Facebook, and he has some topics there. I can't remember exactly what they are. But tune in tomorrow. Our website is streaminglivefromthevi.com. Also check out our radio station, streaminglivefromthevi.com radio. Download the app. Check it out on TuneIn, the TuneIn app. On that note, we're out. You guys have a good evening. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.